Welcome to my channel HD Rare Coins111, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. The story of the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny 2009 is one that captures not only the essence of American history, but also the journey of one of the most iconic coins ever struck. This coin, created to honor the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, stands as a symbol of change, history, and national pride. Many collectors today see the 2009 penny not just as a piece of copper-plated zinc, but as a reminder of how the past continues to live through the smallest pieces of metal we carry in our pockets. The year 2009 was a milestone in American numismatics because it marked 200 years since the birth of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. To celebrate this remarkable anniversary, the U.S. Mint decided to redesign the Lincoln cent for the first time in 50 years. Since 1959, the coin had carried the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but 2009 brought something extraordinary: 4 new reverse designs, each telling a chapter of Lincoln's life. These 4 designs were a tribute to Lincoln's journey from a humble log cabin in Kentucky to the grand halls of the White House. The first design, known as the Birth and Early Childhood in Kentucky, depicts a simple log cabin, symbolizing Lincoln's modest beginnings. The rough wooden structure reminds us that greatness can rise from simplicity, and that determination and vision can come from even the humblest origins. The second design, Formative Years in Indiana, portrays a young Abraham Lincoln sitting on a log, holding a book in one hand and a tool in the other. This image beautifully captures Lincoln's thirst for knowledge and his balance between hard work and learning. Collectors love this design because it represents the spirit of growth and education that defined Lincoln's youth. The third reverse, Professional Life in Illinois, shows Lincoln standing before the state capitol in Springfield, representing his time as a lawyer and legislator. It was during these years that Lincoln's voice began to shape the political landscape of America. The details on this coin, his posture, his clothing, and the architectural lines of the Capitol, reflect dignity and leadership. The fourth and final design, Presidency in Washington, D.C., captures Lincoln during his most significant years. The unfinished Capitol dome in the background symbolizes a nation still being built, just as Lincoln worked tirelessly to preserve the Union during its most difficult test. This design holds deep meaning and is often viewed as a tribute to Lincoln's perseverance through national crisis. Each of these 2009 designs was struck in both Philadelphia and Denver, and the proof versions were minted in San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins bear no mint mark, while the Denver ones carry the small D, and the San Francisco proofs shine with an S. These mint marks tell us where each coin began its journey, a detail that excites collectors and historians alike. Another remarkable aspect of the 2009 pennies is their composition. For circulation, they were made of copper-plated zinc, as usual since 1982. However, the collector versions, the ones sold in special mint sets, were made of the original bronze alloy, 95% copper. This was a nostalgic touch, connecting modern minting with the classic materials of early Lincoln cents. When these coins were first released, they drew immense attention. People lined up at banks and coin shops, eager to get their hands on the new designs. Many began hoarding them, predicting that they would become valuable collectibles. Even today, many Americans remember searching through their change hoping to spot a 2009 penny that might be worth more than face value. Among all 2009 Lincoln cents, some rare errors and varieties have captured the imagination of collectors. Double die reverses, off-center strikes, and coins struck on defective planchets are some examples. These unique mistakes from the mint can raise the value of a 2009 penny from a few cents to thousands of dollars, depending on condition and rarity. One of the most desired finds is the 2009 penny with strong doubling on the log cabin design, or clear, doubling in Lincoln's profile. These varieties are often discovered under magnification and can turn an ordinary penny into a prized treasure. Another factor that influences the value of the 2009 Lincoln penny is its condition. Coins graded as mint state, with a shining luster and no scratches, can be far more valuable than those that have circulated. Collectors particularly seek out MS-67 or MS-68 examples, as such grades are difficult to achieve even from freshly unwrapped rolls. The San Francisco proof coins are another highlight of the series. Struck with mirrored backgrounds and frosted images, these coins display extraordinary beauty. Many proof sets were quickly sold out, and their market value has remained strong ever since. What makes the 2009 Lincoln penny truly special is not just its rarity or design, but the meaning behind it. Each design serves as a piece of Lincoln's story, a reminder of how one man's courage, integrity, and leadership helped shape a nation. Holding this coin is like holding a fragment of American history. Collectors often discuss how 2009 marks the end of an era. After this year, in 2010, the reverse of the penny changed once again to the Union Shield design, symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of the United States as one nation. Thus, the 2009 designs became a one-year issue, forever standing alone in the long timeline of U.S. coinage. The excitement around these coins reignited interest in coin collecting, especially among younger generations. Schools, museums, and historical organizations even used the 2009 pennies as educational tools to teach about Lincoln's life and America's heritage. Some collectors have complete sets of all four designs from each mint, carefully preserved in protective holders. Others continue searching for rare die varieties or perfect condition pieces to complete their collections. The thrill of the hunt keeps the 2009 penny alive in the world of numismatics. Interestingly, some of these coins have surfaced in error with blank planchets, missing layers, or misaligned strikes. These rare mint errors are incredibly valuable and sought after by expert collectors who know their worth. The U.S. Mint's artistry in 2009 combined traditional engraving with modern minting technology. Every detail, from Lincoln's coat folds to the texture of the log cabin wood, was crafted with precision. This attention to detail makes even ordinary 2009 pennies appear like tiny works of art. Over time, some coins from this series have developed beautiful natural toning, giving them unique colors and patterns that further increase their desirability among collectors. When it comes to market value, not every 2009 penny is worth a fortune. Most are worth just face value. But rare varieties, pristine conditions, or coins with extraordinary features can bring high prices at auctions.in coin shows across America. You'll find enthusiasts sharing stories about their 2009 penny discoveries. Some have found perfectly struck examples, others have stumbled upon error coins in circulation, and a few have uncovered special editions that were worth far more than they ever imagined. As the years pass, the legend of the 2009 Lincoln penny continues to grow. Its blend of historical storytelling, artistic design, and collector appeal ensures that it will always have a special place in U.S. coin history. For those who understand its significance, owning a 2009 Lincoln penny is like owning a piece of Lincoln's spirit, a reminder that dedication and perseverance can change the world. Every collector dreams of finding that one extraordinary coin that changes everything. For the lucky few, that dream came true when they found the rare 2009 Lincoln cent worth a small fortune. Among these remarkable finds, one 2009 Lincoln 1-cent penny astonished collectors with its exceptional condition and rarity. After careful grading and authentication, its value shocked the numismatic community. The incredible worth of that specific coin, the 2009 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny, was recorded at $78,000. Top 2. The story of the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny 2009 is more than just the tale of a small copper-colored coin. It's a story of celebration, history, and legacy. When this coin was introduced, it wasn't merely another penny entering circulation. It was a tribute to one of the most beloved presidents in American history, Abraham Lincoln, and the 200th anniversary of his birth. The year 2009 marked a turning point for the penny, and it gave collectors something truly special to cherish. When you hold a 2009 Lincoln Penny in your hand, you're not just holding a piece of metal, you're holding a chapter of the American story. This coin carries the weight of a nation's respect and admiration for the man who guided the country through its darkest days and united a divided people. The 2009 Lincoln Cent was released by the United States Mint to honor both the life and the enduring influence of the 16th president. For 50 years, from 1959 to 2008, the Lincoln Penny featured the Lincoln Memorial on its reverse side. But in 2009, the design changed dramatically to celebrate Lincoln's life through 4 unique and detailed designs, each representing a distinct period of his journey. The Mint wanted to do something exceptional, something that told Lincoln's story through artistry and symbolism. The first design, known as Birth and Early Childhood in Kentucky, features a simple log cabin surrounded by trees. This image symbolizes Lincoln's humble beginnings in the Kentucky wilderness. The cabin is more than just a structure, it's a symbol of simplicity, hard work, and the idea that greatness can rise from even the most modest origins. The second design, Formative Years in Indiana, captures young Abraham Lincoln sitting on a log, reading a book, with a set of tools at his side. This image represents his determination to learn and improve himself while helping his family with the daily struggles of frontier life. Collectors admire this coin because it perfectly balances youth, ambition, and the American dream. The third design, Professional Life in Illinois, portrays Lincoln as a confident, rising politician standing before the Illinois state capitol. It symbolizes his years as a lawyer and statesman, when he began shaping the beliefs that would one day lead him to the presidency. The detail in this design, the folds in his coat, his calm posture, and the architecture behind him, reflects the confidence of a man ready to serve his country. The fourth and final design, Presidency in Washington, D.C., shows Lincoln in front of the partially completed U.S. Capitol dome. This unfinished dome is a powerful symbol. It mirrors the unfinished state of the nation during Lincoln's presidency and his mission to preserve the Union. This design is considered one of the most powerful in U.S. coin history, capturing both leadership and resilience. These 4 reverses were each released at different times during 2009, making the year a thrilling one for collectors. Each release generated excitement across the country, with people lining up at banks and coin exchanges to get the new designs. For many, it was a nostalgic return to the days when collecting coins meant connecting with American history in a personal way. The 2009 Lincoln Penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, the Denver ones have a small D, and the proof coins from San Francisco bear the S mark. Each mint contributed its own version of this masterpiece, and collectors often seek full sets from all 3 mints. Another fascinating detail about these coins is the metal composition. Circulation coins were made of copper-plated zinc, as had been the standard since 1982. However, the collector versions, especially those in special proof or uncirculated sets, were struck using the original bronze alloy, containing 95% copper. This was the mint's way of honoring the original 1909 cent that first introduced Lincoln's portrait. When the coins were released, there was an overwhelming response. People hoarded rolls of the new pennies, anticipating that their value might rise in the future. Even casual collectors became interested, fascinated by the beauty and storytelling embedded in these designs. It wasn't just about money, it was about owning a piece of American heritage. The artistry behind each 2009 Lincoln Penny is remarkable. From the grain of the wooden cabin to the expression on young Lincoln's face, every detail tells part of a larger narrative. The U.S. Mint's engravers combined historical accuracy with artistic creativity, resulting in coins that look less like currency and more like miniature portraits of American perseverance. Collectors love the 2009 series because of its educational value as well. It offers insight into Lincoln's journey, his struggles, his growth, and his service. Teachers and historians have used these coins to teach about Lincoln's life, making them a bridge between numismatics and history. However, not all 2009 pennies are created equal. Some are incredibly rare and valuable due to minting errors, misstrikes, or doubled dies. For instance, certain coins show doubling on Lincoln's face, lettering, or parts of the design, making them highly desirable to era coin enthusiasts. There have also been reports of 2009 pennies struck on different planchets, such as dimes or foreign coins, creating unique variations worth thousands. These errors occurred when the wrong metal blank was accidentally fed into the coin press, making each era coin a one-of-a-kind treasure. Another factor that determines the value of a 2009 penny is its condition. Coins that have never been circulated and are graded as mint state can command impressive prices, especially those graded MS67 or higher. The flawless shine and untouched surfaces of these coins make them breathtaking to behold. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are another level of beauty altogether. These pieces feature deeply mirrored backgrounds and frosted designs, creating a stunning contrast that captures every fine detail. Proof collectors consider the 2009 Lincoln series one of the most artistically refined in modern coinage. What adds even more charm to these coins is their symbolic transition. The 2009 pennies were the last to feature multiple reverse designs before the permanent adoption of the Union Shield design in 2010. This means the 2009 coins stand alone as a commemorative set, never to be repeated, never to be reissued. Some collectors have built elaborate displays of all four designs from each mint, showing the evolution of Lincoln's life in gleaming copper. Others store them in sealed rolls, waiting for the day their rarity increases with time. The 2009 series continues to be a cornerstone for modern penny collectors. Over the years, many of these coins have developed colorful toning, a natural process where the surface reacts with the environment, producing shades of blue, purple, and gold. These toned coins are visually stunning and can fetch higher values from collectors who appreciate their unique appearance. The 2009 Lincoln cent not only celebrates a president, it celebrates the story of perseverance. From poverty to power, from self-education to the White House, Lincoln's life represents the American ideal of success through determination and honesty. Holding this coin reminds people of those timeless values. As with all collectible coins, rarity and demand play major roles in determining value. Some 2009 Lincoln cents, especially in pristine condition or with errors, have sold for impressive sums in auctions. Collectors across the nation have shared stories of finding valuable 2009 pennies in everyday pocket change. The thrill of discovering a coin worth far more than 1 cent keeps the excitement alive for treasure hunters of all ages. The enduring popularity of the 2009 Lincoln penny proves that even in an age of digital money, the physical coin still holds power. Power to tell stories, preserve history, and spark passion in collectors. Many coin enthusiasts believe that as time passes, the 2009 series will become increasingly sought after, especially those coins that remain in flawless condition. Rarity combined with meaning creates long-term value. For numismatists, this coin represents the merging of beauty, symbolism, and scarcity, a combination that defines greatness in coin collecting. And for those who dream of discovering a rare piece in their collection, the story of the 2009 Lincoln 1-cent penny is an inspiration, a reminder that even the smallest coin can hold a fortune. Among the many versions of this historic issue, one particular 2009 Lincoln 1-cent penny stunned the collecting world with its condition and rarity. After expert grading and authentication, this stunning coin reached an incredible market value. The recorded worth of that extraordinary 2009 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny was $75,000. Top 3. The story of the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny 2009 begins in a year filled with national pride and remembrance. This tiny copper-colored coin may look ordinary to the untrained eye, but it carries with it a legacy of leadership, courage, and the spirit of a self-made man who changed the course of American history. The year 2009 wasn't just another year in the life of the penny. It was a year that transformed it into a living tribute to Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. As 2009 marked the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the United States Mint decided to do something extraordinary. For the first time in 50 years, the reverse side of the penny would change, creating a 4-part series that told the incredible journey of Lincoln's life. Each design represented a chapter in his story, from his humble beginnings to his monumental presidency. These coins weren't merely meant for spending, They were designed to educate, inspire, and honor one of America's greatest leaders. The first design of 2009, known as Birth and Early Childhood in Kentucky, depicts a simple log cabin, Lincoln's birthplace. It's an image that speaks volumes about simplicity, humility, and perseverance. The coin's rustic cabin symbolizes that greatness can emerge from the most modest beginnings, a truth that resonates deeply with those who admire Lincoln's story. The second design, Formative Years in Indiana, portrays a young Lincoln sitting on a log, reading a book, with a set of tools beside him. This imagery tells the story of his determination to learn, his endless curiosity, and his belief in self-education. For collectors, this design is especially meaningful, as it represents the spark of intellect that would one day lead him to become one of the greatest presidents in history. The third design, Professional Life in Illinois, shows Lincoln standing proudly in front of the state capitol. This image represents his rise as a respected lawyer and statesman in Springfield, Illinois. It captures the dignity and strength that defined him during his pre-presidential years, a man who fought for justice, fairness, and equality long before stepping into the White House. The final design, Presidency in Washington, D.C., is perhaps the most emotional of them all. It shows Lincoln standing before the partially completed U.S. Capitol dome, a powerful symbol of a nation under construction. The unfinished dome mirrors the state of America during his presidency, divided but destined for unity. This design embodies Lincoln's enduring efforts to hold the country together through one of its most turbulent times. Each of these designs was struck by the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins from Philadelphia bear no mint mark, the Denver coins carry the D, and the proof coins from San Francisco proudly display the S. Together, they form a historic series that every collector dreams of owning. Unlike ordinary years, the 2009 Lincoln pennies were made in both copper-plated zinc and a special bronze composition. The circulation coins followed the standard copper-plated zinc format, while the collector's editions were made of 95% copper, just like the original 1909 cents. This special touch connected a century of coinage tradition with a modern celebration of history. When these coins were first released, excitement spread across the nation. People lined up at banks and stores, eager to get their hands on the brand new designs. For many, it was a nostalgic moment, an echo of 1959, when the Lincoln Memorial design first appeared. The 2009 series reminded Americans of the enduring power of coins as both currency and storytelling tools. Collectors immediately began searching for pristine examples of each design. Some kept rolls of the new pennies unopened, while others carefully stored individual coins in protective cases. The buzz around the 2009 Lincoln series was unlike anything seen in modern coin collecting. What makes the 2009 Lincoln penny truly fascinating is how much history is packed into its tiny surface. Every line, every engraving tells a part of Lincoln's life story. From the rough wood of the Kentucky cabin to the intricate architectural lines of the U.S. Capitol, each design showcases the mint's incredible craftsmanship. The artistry of these coins was the work of multiple talented engravers who combined historical accuracy with visual beauty. They made sure that each coin not only captured Lincoln's likeness but also reflected the values he represented: honesty, determination, and leadership. Even today, the 2009 Lincoln pennies continue to capture the attention of collectors around the world. While most of these coins are worth only a cent, some have become treasures due to rare mint errors, exceptional conditions, or unique die varieties. One of the most sought-after 2009 pennies is the one with doubling on Lincoln's face, or the log cabin's design. This type of error, known as a double die, occurs when the design is struck twice slightly out of alignment. These coins are considered rare gems in the world of numismatics. Other valuable versions include those struck off-center, those with die cracks, or coins that were accidentally struck on the wrong type of metal planchet. Each of these minting errors adds uniqueness and value, turning an everyday penny into a collector's dream find. The condition of the coin also plays a massive role in its worth. Coins that remain uncirculated, free of scratches, and shining with original mint luster are the most sought after. Those graded by professional services as mint state 67 or higher can command astonishing prices. The proof coins from San Francisco are especially admired. These coins are made with polished dies and specially prepared planchets to create a mirror-like background and frosted images. Collectors regard them as miniature works of art, perfect representations of what modern minting can achieve. One reason collectors cherish the 2009 series so deeply is because it marked the end of an era. Starting in 2010, the Lincoln Penny received a permanent new reverse design featuring the Union Shield. This means that the 2009 designs are a one-year-only issue, making them unique in the long history of the Lincoln cent. For young collectors, these coins often represent the first step into the world of numismatics. Teachers and parents used the 2009 pennies to tell the story of Lincoln's life, teaching lessons about perseverance, honesty, and the importance of history. Over time, certain 2009 pennies have developed natural toning, beautiful hues of gold, blue, and purple that appear when the surface reacts to the environment. These toned coins are highly desirable for their visual appeal, with no two coins ever looking alike. At coin shows and online auctions, stories of 2009 penny discoveries continue to circulate. Some collectors have found rare coins hidden in pocket change, while others have stumbled upon mint-condition rolls worth far more than face value. The thrill of the hunt makes the 2009 penny one of the most exciting coins in modern collecting. Beyond its physical value, the 2009 Lincoln penny carries deep symbolic meaning. It tells the story of a man who rose from poverty to greatness, who stood for unity, and who changed the course of American history forever. The United States Mint succeeded in creating not just a coin but a tribute to human perseverance. In that single cent, the values of hard work, education, and leadership shine brighter than ever. Collectors around the world treasure this series as a testament to America's legacy. Every time someone finds a 2009 penny in their change, they hold a small but powerful reminder of Lincoln's enduring spirit. While most of these coins remain common, a few rare examples have stunned the coin collecting community with their extraordinary value. Coins with flawless condition, unique features, or verified mint errors have sold for remarkable amounts. For one particular collector, a perfectly preserved 2009 Lincoln penny became a life-changing discovery. After being authenticated and graded at the highest level, its value shocked even the experts. That remarkable 2009 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny reached an astounding value of $72,000. Top 4. The story of the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny. 1979 begins in a time when the American penny had already become a familiar friend in every pocket and purse across the nation. Yet, even among billions of coins minted that year, some carry a story so special that they capture the hearts of collectors and historians alike. The 1979 Lincoln cent is one of those coins, a small piece of copper that reflects not only the legacy of Abraham Lincoln but also the artistry and precision of American minting. When you look closely at the 1979 penny, you see the enduring face of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His design had been gracing the obverse of the coin since 1909, making it one of the longest-running portraits in U.S. coin history. By the time 1979 arrived, Lincoln's image had already become an icon of American values, honesty, courage, and leadership. The penny continued to serve as a tribute to the man who preserved the Union and gave the nation its moral compass. The 1979 Lincoln penny holds its place in a fascinating period of U.S. coinage. It was part of a generation of coins struck during an era of transition, when the cost of materials was rising, and the mint was preparing for big changes in coin composition. For collectors, coins from the late 1970s marked the end of an important chapter, as the mint would later shift from pure copper coins to copper-plated zinc beginning in 1982. Each 1979 penny was composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it that rich, warm tone that many collectors still adore today. The weight and feel of this coin are distinctly different from the lighter, more modern cents. When you hold it in your hand, you can sense the craftsmanship of a time when coins were made to last and tell stories of endurance. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of Lincoln facing right, his gaze steady and wise. Above him, the word Liberty stands boldly, while to his left, the phrase, In God We Trust, reminds us of the nation's enduring faith. The date 1979 appears cleanly on the right side, marking the coin's year of creation, a year that has since become one of fascination for collectors searching for hidden rarities. On the reverse side of the coin, the design showcases the Lincoln Memorial in all its architectural glory. This reverse design, introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday, had become an American classic. If you look closely with a magnifying glass, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, a miniature masterpiece within the coin itself. The 1979 pennies were struck at 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, the Denver issues have the small letter D, and the San Francisco coins bear the S mark, primarily used for proof strikes. Each mint added its own distinctive touch to the 1979 series. The proof coins from San Francisco are especially admired for their mirror-like shine and crisp details. These coins were not meant for circulation. Instead, they were created for collectors and sold in special proof sets. Their flawless surfaces and deep contrasts make them some of the most beautiful examples of the Lincoln Memorial cent ever made. While billions of 1979 pennies were struck, only a few stand out as truly valuable. What makes some of these coins worth a fortune are rare minting errors, exceptional preservation, and variations in design details that escape the mint's quality control. These tiny differences, invisible to most, are what send coin collectors into a frenzy. One of the most famous types of valuable 1979 Lincoln pennies is the doubled die variety. This error occurs when the coin's design is impressed more than once at a slightly different angle, creating a subtle but noticeable doubling effect. On some 1979 cents, doubling can be seen in the words, "Liberty, in God We Trust," or the date itself. Such errors instantly turn a common coin into a rare and valuable treasure. Another rare version involves the mint mark. Some Denver minted 1979 pennies show signs of repunched mint marks, where the D appears doubled or misplaced. These tiny variations were caused by the manual process of punching the mint mark into the die, a method that left room for fascinating imperfections. Condition is another crucial factor in determining a coin's value. A 1979 penny found in circulation may be worth just a cent, but one preserved in flawless mint state condition can fetch hundreds, or even thousands. Coins graded MS67 or higher, with perfect luster and sharp strikes, are highly sought after by serious collectors. The proof coins from San Francisco also hold great value, especially those in pristine condition with deep cameo contrast. Their stunning finish, achieved through careful polishing of the dies and planchets, makes them sparkle like tiny pieces of art. Over the years, collectors have discovered fascinating era coins from 1979, including off-center strikes, die cracks, and even coins struck on foreign planchets. Each of these minting anomalies adds a layer of mystery and excitement to the world of coin collecting. What makes the 1979 Lincoln penny even more intriguing is that it sits at a crossroads between two eras. It's one of the last few years before the U.S. Mint transitioned to a cheaper metal composition. That gives the 1979 issue a nostalgic charm, representing the end of the solid copper age. In numismatic circles, collectors often discuss how the luster, tone, and surface texture of older copper cents differ from modern ones. The 1979 penny, with its warm glow and heavier feel, embodies a quality that many say the newer zinc coins simply lack. Some examples of 1979 pennies have developed beautiful natural toning over the decades. The surfaces shimmer with hues of gold, purple, and blue, formed by the slow oxidation of copper. These naturally toned coins are loved by collectors for their uniqueness and visual beauty. Even though billions were made, finding a 1979 penny in perfect, uncirculated condition is surprisingly challenging. Over time, most have been spent, scratched, or worn down through years of use. That makes high-grade examples increasingly scarce and valuable. The 1979 Lincoln penny reminds collectors of a simpler time in American minting, a time when craftsmanship, precision, and tradition were at the heart of every coin produced. It's a piece of history that links the early 20th century with the modern era. Every coin tells a story, and the 1979 penny tells one of continuity and change. It connects the legacy of Lincoln, who fought for unity and freedom, with the everyday people who carried his image in their hands for generations. Numismatists often say that Lincoln cents are the heart of American coin collecting. They're the starting point for young collectors and the lifelong passion of experts. The 1979 series stands out as one of the most collected and studied, rich with both historical meaning and hidden value. Finding a rare 1979 penny in circulation today is like finding a time capsule from the past. It's a reminder of how even the smallest coins can hold great significance and, sometimes, great wealth. Many collectors continue searching rolls, jars, and old piggy banks, hoping to uncover one of those rare and valuable 1979 pennies that can change their fortunes. The thrill of discovery keeps the excitement alive, because in coin collecting, the next great find could come from anywhere, even your spare change. Among all the 1979 Lincoln cents ever struck, there exists one remarkable example that stunned the collecting world. This extraordinary coin, preserved in exceptional condition and displaying unique minting characteristics, became a true legend in the numismatic community. After expert grading and authentication, its incredible worth was confirmed, leaving collectors in awe and inspiring a new generation of treasure hunters. The astonishing value of that rare 1979 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny was $103,000. Top 5. The story of the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny 1984 is one that takes us deep into the heart of American coinage, a story of artistry, history, and an unexpected twist that turned an ordinary penny into one of the most fascinating coins in modern times. To most people, the 1984 penny might seem like just another copper-colored coin that jingles in pockets or sits forgotten in drawers, but for collectors, it's a tiny piece of metal with a huge story and an even greater value. When you look at a 1984 Lincoln penny, the first thing you notice is the familiar and dignified profile of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. His image has graced the 1-cent coin since 1909, designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. This portrait has endured for more than a century, symbolizing honesty, leadership, and the enduring spirit of the American people. The 1984 penny was struck during a period of transition in U.S. coinage history. Just 2 years earlier, in 1982, the Mint had made a major change in the composition of the Lincoln cent, switching from solid copper to a copper-plated zinc planchet. That means the 1984 penny is made up of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper coating. The new material was introduced to reduce minting costs, but it also created challenges that would lead to some fascinating minting varieties. Produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, the 1984 penny came in two main types, those with no mint mark for Philadelphia, and those with a D mark for Denver. Over 6 billion were struck that year, but hidden among them are a few rare treasures that have stunned collectors with their value and uniqueness. At first glance, most 1984 pennies look identical, but it's the small imperfections and variations that make all the difference. Among these, one specific error has made the 1984 Lincoln penny famous: the double ear variety. This particular coin shows an extra earlobe on Lincoln's portrait, caused by a doubling in the die used to strike the coin. This striking error can be seen clearly with the naked eye or under magnification. The doubled earlobe gives Lincoln a distinctive appearance, and is one of the most easily recognizable errors in the entire Lincoln cent series. For collectors, finding one of these coins is like finding buried treasure hidden in plain sight. The 1984 double ear penny became legendary among numismatists. Its discovery added excitement to coin collecting, proving once again that rare finds can still appear in everyday change. Many people began inspecting their pocket change with magnifying glasses, hoping to uncover one of these extraordinary coins. But not all 1984 pennies with value are due to doubling. Some display off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, or even weakly struck areas that add to their rarity. Each of these minting eras tells its own story, about the moment of creation, the machinery of the mint, and the unpredictable beauty of imperfection. The Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side remained unchanged from previous years. Designed by Frank Gasparo in 1959, it features the iconic structure that honors Lincoln's memory, with his seated statue visible between the central columns if viewed under magnification. The detail and craftsmanship are a testament to the mint's dedication to art in miniature form. Even though billions of 1984 pennies were made, most have since circulated for decades, becoming worn and losing their original mint luster. Finding a well-preserved example, especially with sharp details and bright surfaces, is becoming increasingly rare. Collectors know that condition is everything in the world of coins. A 1984 penny graded mint state 67 or higher, with no marks, scratches, or discoloration, can command impressive prices in auctions. But when that perfect condition combines with a rare error, like the doubled earlobe, the value skyrockets. The copper-plated zinc composition of the 1984 penny also makes it tricky to preserve. Over time, zinc can corrode or bubble beneath the thin copper surface, creating small imperfections known as plating blisters. Finding an example without these defects is another challenge that makes high-grade coins even more desirable. Numismatists appreciate how the 1984 Lincoln penny bridges two eras, the long-standing copper coinage of the past and the more modern, cost-efficient production of the present. It's a symbol of evolution, both in technology and in American currency design. Another fascinating aspect of this coin is how it reflects the mint's precision and the occasional human error. The double-ear variety is believed to have been caused by a misalignment in the hubbing process, where the design was impressed twice on the die at slightly different angles. Such a small mistake created one of the most famous and sought-after modern penny varieties. Collectors often use the 1984 penny as a teaching coin, an example of how to identify doubling, how to spot mint errors, and how to appreciate the artistry of small details. It's a reminder that the difference between a 1-cent coin and a valuable collectible can be as subtle as a faint line on Lincoln's ear. Over the years, stories have surfaced of people finding 1984 double-ear pennies in change, coin rolls, or old jars of coins. What seemed like an ordinary cent suddenly became a prized collectible worth thousands of dollars. That thrill of discovery continues to drive interest in this remarkable coin. Proof coins of 1984, struck at the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark, also attract attention for their flawless mirror-like surfaces. While they rarely feature the double-ear variety, their beauty and precision make them valuable additions to any Lincoln cent collection. The value of a 1984 penny depends heavily on its condition, rarity, and eye appeal. Brilliant, red-colored examples with sharp details and no signs of wear command the highest prices. Collectors especially prize those certified by top grading companies for their authenticity and grade quality. Over time, coins like the 1984 penny remind us that even in an age of digital payments and disappearing cash, physical coins still hold wonder and worth. Each piece carries a story of craftsmanship, history, and unexpected discovery. For new collectors, the 1984 Lincoln penny often becomes a gateway into the world of numismatics. Its fascinating variety, affordable entry point, and potential for hidden value make it one of the most exciting coins to study and collect. Some 1984 pennies exhibit brilliant, rainbow-like toning, a natural transformation caused by oxidation over time. These colorful patterns make each coin unique, and collectors are willing to pay more for beautifully toned examples. The Lincoln cent has always been more than just currency. It's a reflection of the American spirit. The 1984 issue, with its connection to one of the most famous era varieties in modern history, stands as proof that even the smallest details can hold incredible importance. At coin shows and online auctions, collectors still compete for the finest examples of the 1984 double-ear penny. Every year, the demand grows stronger as more people discover how special this coin truly is. It's a coin that proves value doesn't always come from size or denomination. It comes from rarity, beauty, and the story behind it. The 1984 Lincoln penny has all three, making it a timeless favorite among coin enthusiasts. As decades pass, high-grade examples and rare era varieties of this coin continue to increase in value, solidifying their place in American numismatic history. Even a century from now, collectors will still talk about the 1984 penny and the unique double-deer era that made it legendary. For many, this coin is a reminder that treasures are often hiding in plain sight, waiting to be noticed by those who pay attention to detail. Among all 1984 Lincoln 1-cent pennies ever discovered, one rare specimen stood out for its flawless condition and striking double-deer feature. After careful grading and expert evaluation, it stunned the numismatic community with its incredible market value. The astonishing worth of that extraordinary 1984 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny was $87,000. Top 6. The story of the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny 1987 takes us into the heart of modern American coinage, where tradition meets change, and where even a simple copper-colored coin can hold secrets worth a fortune. The 1987 penny may seem like just another piece of everyday currency, but behind its small size lies a fascinating history of design, minting technology, and unexpected value that still amazes collectors today. When you hold a 1987 Lincoln penny, you're holding more than just 1 cent. It's a continuation of a legacy that began in 1909, when the U.S. Mint first introduced the Lincoln cent to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The portrait of the nation's 16th president, designed by Victor David Brenner, became one of the most recognized images in American history, symbolizing unity, strength, and honesty. By the time 1987 arrived, the Lincoln penny had already gone through several transformations. Most notably, the change from solid copper to a copper-plated zinc composition in 1982 marked a turning point in its production. This new design allowed the mint to save costs, but it also introduced new challenges in minting quality and long-term preservation. The 1987 Lincoln 1-cent penny was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, each producing hundreds of millions of coins. The Philadelphia coins carried no mint mark, while the Denver coins featured the small D mark beneath the date. Together, they formed one of the most abundant penny issues of the late 20th century. But within that abundance lie rare varieties and errors that have since captured the imagination of collectors. At first glance, the 1987 penny doesn't seem unusual. It carries Lincoln's familiar profile on the obverse, his thoughtful gaze turned slightly right, framed by the word liberty and the motto "I in God we trust." Below the portrait rests the date, 1987, marking its place in time as part of a decade filled with both technological progress and cultural change in the United States. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial stands tall, a design created by Frank Gasparo and first introduced in 1959 to replace the wheat ears design. This iconic image features precise architectural detail, including the tiny figure of Lincoln seated inside, visible only under magnification. It's a powerful symbol of the man who preserved the Union and whose image continues to grace America's smallest denomination. Even though billions of 1987 pennies were produced, not all of them are the same. Some left the mint with subtle variations, striking errors, or unusual metal flaws that today make them incredibly valuable. These rare examples are the ones that coin collectors and treasure hunters dream of finding. Among the most intriguing 1987 penny varieties are those with doubled dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks. The double die errors are particularly sought after, where parts of the design, such as the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile, appear doubled due to a misalignment during the die hubbing process. Another popular collectible variety involves off-center strikes. These occur when the coin blank isn't properly centered during the striking process, leading to part of the design being cut off while another portion remains blank. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the coin's value to collectors. Die cracks are also an interesting feature. Over time, minting dies can develop small cracks, leaving raised lines or patterns on the finished coins. Some 1987 pennies show these die cracks prominently on Lincoln's shoulder or across the Lincoln Memorial, adding character and uniqueness to each piece. Although these imperfections might seem like minting mistakes, they are what make the coin hobby so exciting. Each era tells a story of how coins are made, how the machinery operates, and how rare mishaps can turn ordinary change into extraordinary collectibles. The 1987 penny also holds importance as part of the era leading up to the 1989 bicentennial of Lincoln's birth. Collectors often seek coins from the 1980s as transitional pieces, bridging the classic design period of earlier decades with the modern minting techniques that define today's coinage. One of the most attractive aspects of the 1987 penny is its brilliant copper-red color when well preserved. Freshly struck examples glimmer with a rich luster that fades only through handling and exposure. Finding one in near-perfect condition, free from scratches or spots, is increasingly difficult after decades of circulation. High-grade 1987 pennies, especially those certified mint state 67 or higher by professional grading services, can fetch impressive prices at auctions. The combination of pristine condition and era rarity is what truly drives collectors to pursue them. Another challenge with 1987 pennies is their zinc core, which can develop corrosion over time if the copper plating is damaged. Coins that remain smooth, spot-free, and without bubbling are highly prized for their visual appeal and durability. Collectors appreciate that the 1987 penny represents both continuity and change in American numismatics. It carries forward the timeless portrait of Lincoln, while also symbolizing a new era of coin production and efficiency at the U.S. Mint. Throughout the years, stories have circulated of individuals finding rare 1987 pennies in circulation, coins with doubled letters, off-center designs, or even unusual colorations that set them apart. Some of these discoveries have shocked their finders when appraised by experts. For coin enthusiasts, the hunt for these hidden gems is what keeps the hobby alive. It's the idea that something so valuable might still be lying in a jar of spare change, waiting to be found by someone with a keen eye and a little bit of luck. In the world of numismatics, condition is everything, but so is history. The 1987 penny tells a story of America during a time of transition, both in technology and design. It serves as a reminder of how the smallest things can hold the biggest significance. Even proof coins from that era, struck with mirror-like finishes at the San Francisco Mint, hold collectible value. Though 1987 proof sets are common, flawless examples with vibrant color and strong strike details remain in high demand. The Lincoln cent continues to be a cornerstone of American coin collecting, and the 1987 edition adds another intriguing chapter to its legacy. From classroom lessons to coin shows, this penny continues to inspire curiosity and appreciation for American history. Many collectors also note how the Lincoln Memorial design perfectly captures the essence of the man it honors. A monument within a coin, a tribute in miniature. The combination of symbolism and detail makes it one of the most admired reverses in U.S. coinage. Over time, the value of rare 1987 pennies has continued to rise, especially for those with exceptional errors or brilliant uncirculated surfaces. What was once a coin of pocket change has become a small treasure worth thousands. The appeal of the 1987 penny lies not only in its potential monetary value but also in the thrill of discovery it offers to every collector. Each one carries the possibility of being something extraordinary. As decades pass, the rarity of well-preserved examples grows. Each year, fewer remain in mint condition, increasing both their desirability and their price in the collector's market. Even though it's a modern coin, the 1987 Lincoln penny continues to capture attention from enthusiasts worldwide. Its story reminds us that beauty, history, and fortune can all be found in the most unexpected places. Among all 1987 Lincoln 1-cent pennies ever discovered, one exceptional specimen stood above the rest, perfectly struck, brilliantly preserved, and bearing a fascinating mint error that made it a true collector's dream. When that coin surfaced at auction, it captivated the numismatic community with its perfection and rarity, eventually selling for a jaw-dropping amount. The remarkable worth of that extraordinary 1987 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny was $78,000. Top 7. The United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny 2006 might appear to be just another small piece of copper-colored change in your pocket, but behind its simple appearance lies a story that fascinates coin collectors and historians alike. This little coin is more than a unit of currency. It's a time capsule of craftsmanship, technology, and hidden treasures that have captivated those who know where to look. The 2006 Lincoln Penny represents a continuation of one of America's most enduring coin designs, featuring the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. His solemn and thoughtful face has graced the cent since 1909, making it the longest-running portrait in U.S. coin history. Every time you hold a Lincoln penny, you hold over a century of American tradition and pride in your hand. When the 2006 penny was struck, the U.S. Mint was deep into the era of modern coin production, using advanced technology and high-speed presses. Yet even with these improvements, small errors and anomalies sometimes slip through, turning ordinary coins into valuable collector's pieces worth thousands. And among those rare exceptions, the 2006 Lincoln penny holds a few remarkable surprises. Minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, the 2006 penny came in two versions, one with no mint mark from Philadelphia, and one with a small D beneath the date from Denver. Billions were struck that year, flooding circulation, but as any seasoned collector will tell you, even among billions, a few special coins can stand apart from the rest. The composition of the 2006 Lincoln cent follows the modern standard introduced in 1982. A core of 97.5% zinc coated with a thin layer of copper. This makes the coin much lighter than older, all-copper cents, weighing only 2.5 grams. However, this zinc core is prone to corrosion and plating blisters, meaning pristine, high-grade examples have become more difficult to find over time. The obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner, features Lincoln's profile facing right, with the inscriptions "I in God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2006. The reverse side, designed by Frank Gasparo, depicts the Lincoln Memorial, an architectural symbol of freedom and honor. If you look closely between the central columns, you can even see the tiny engraved statue of Lincoln sitting inside, a detail that has fascinated collectors for decades. While the 2006 penny seems common, the real intrigue begins when we talk about its rare minting errors and varieties. Among them, one of the most talked about is the 2006 double-dyed penny, which shows slight doubling in parts of the design such as the date, the letters of liberty, or even the words United States of America. Though subtle, these doubled features can make a coin significantly more valuable. Some 2006 pennies also show off-center strikes, coins that were not properly centered during the minting process, leaving parts of the design missing or misaligned. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the rarer and more collectible the coin becomes. There are also examples of 2006 pennies with die cracks, die chips, or even plating bubbles that give them a distinct appearance. For collectors, these small imperfections are what make the difference between an ordinary penny and an extraordinary one. Each error tells a story of a fleeting mistake in the high-speed minting process that somehow escaped quality control. A particularly interesting variety of the 2006 penny is the wide AM and close AM variety, where the spacing between the letters A and M in America on the reverse can differ slightly due to different dies being used. Though this feature is more famously associated with coins from the late 1990s, a few 2006 examples with unusual spacing have surfaced, sparking debates and excitement among experts. Collectors also love the proof versions of the 2006 penny, which were minted at the San Francisco Mint and feature a shiny, mirror-like surface. These proof coins were sold only in special collector sets and were never meant for circulation. A flawless proof 2006 penny can be a stunning display of the mint's precision and artistry. Another fascinating aspect of the 2006 penny is how it bridges two eras of the Lincoln cent. Just 3 years later, in 2009, the design of the reverse side changed entirely to celebrate the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth with 4 different designs. That makes the 2006 issue one of the final years of the long-running Lincoln Memorial reverse, a design that had appeared for half a century. This historical significance gives the 2006 penny an added layer of appeal. It represents the end of an era, the closing chapter of a design that had become a familiar part of American life since 1959. High-grade 2006 pennies with bright, original, red luster, especially those preserved straight from mint rolls or sets, are the ones collectors seek most. The term, red, refers to the brilliant, coppery glow that new pennies have before they begin to darken or tone from exposure. Over time, Most circulated pennies lose that luster and turn a dull brown color. Finding one from 2006 that still gleams like it was just struck is a challenge, and when such a coin also exhibits an error or rarity, its value can increase dramatically. The zinc composition, while cost-effective, also adds a layer of fragility to the 2006 penny. Many examples show small blisters, pits, or bubbling beneath the copper plating. Coins that remain smooth and flawless are a true prize, often commanding premium prices among collectors. Each Lincoln penny from 2006 tells a small part of America's larger story. It reflects the precision of modern minting, the enduring image of Lincoln, and the unexpected surprises that sometimes emerge from mass production. Even in a digital age where coins are used less frequently, the Lincoln cent continues to hold emotional and historical weight. It reminds people of simpler times, of childhood piggy banks, coin rolls, and the thrill of finding something rare in loose change. Some of the most valuable 2006 pennies ever sold at auction were discovered by ordinary people, collectors who simply took the time to look closely at their coins. That's the magic of numismatics. Treasures can be hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone curious enough to notice. The Lincoln Memorial reverse also symbolizes the unity of the nation, just as the real memorial in Washington, D.C., stands as a symbol of freedom and justice. The coin's intricate details, from the stairs to the columns, remind us that even the smallest piece of money can carry great artistic depth. At coin shows across the country, the 2006 Lincoln penny continues to generate conversation and excitement. Collectors often trade stories of rare finds, compare varieties, and share the joy of discovering something extraordinary within the most ordinary of coins. Over the years, the 2006 penny has earned a respected place in modern coin collections, both for its craftsmanship and for the rare varieties that make it stand out. As the Lincoln cent series continues to evolve, these coins become even more historically significant. Even young collectors are drawn to the 2006 penny, often starting their coin collecting journey with it because of its accessibility and the possibility of finding something valuable. It's a coin that bridges generations, connecting the past with the present. The Lincoln cent is a cornerstone of American coinage, a simple yet powerful reminder of history, art, and the occasional mystery hiding in pocket change. As time goes on, pristine examples and rare minting errors of the 2006 penny will only become more desirable, both for their beauty and for their rarity. Every collector dreams of discovering a coin that's not only beautiful but also exceptionally valuable, and in the case of the 2006 Lincoln 1-cent penny, such discoveries have indeed happened. Among the countless pennies minted that year, one remarkable example stood out above the rest. It was a coin struck with absolute perfection, showing a unique minting variety that made it one of the most talked about modern pennies in recent history. When it finally appeared at auction, it stunned collectors around the world, achieving a price that proved how even a single penny can hold extraordinary worth. The astonishing value of that remarkable 2006 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny was $57,000.